guys, this is Lex here from Bored at Work, and today we're going to take a look at the new Windows Phone 8.1 update for the Nokia Lumia 520. If you guys haven't heard, today the update is available for developers and anyone looking to do it in other methods. We actually provided a link below for the first impressions and how-to video on how to do that for your device. Now, if you are a Nokia owner, be rest assured that you will get this update. It's coming to all line of Nokia devices running Windows Phone 8, so it's definitely good to know. Now, with the 520, we're going to focus on the actual speed and optimization of the update on the 520. I mean, this device is running pretty good specs, but nothing crazy. And prior to this update, Windows Phone ran just as well as it did on a quad-core processor or a higher tier device. Windows Phone has been very optimized for performance, and we're looking to check the performance of it on the 520. We're also going to take a look at Cortana, which is the new voice control pretty much app and service for Windows Phone. It's definitely competing with services like Siri and Google now, and we're going to check whether or not she's actually worth the time. So we're going to open this up here. As you can see, you have the lock screen that's pretty much known on previous versions. Now, this is somewhat of a beta version of the update, so upcoming changes aren't yet apparent on the lock screen, but they are coming, we've been told. So once that is available, we will show that to you. We're going to scroll up here, and you're pretty much seeing my new enhanced home screen tile format. In settings, you now have the ability to add more columns to your home screen. Now, this is a 4-inch display, so it's not too practical to add more tiles. It does get quite small. But in terms of larger devices, it's definitely enhanced ability. 4.5-inch displays and above, you definitely get more information out of your tiles. And so now we're going to show you Cortana, which is the new voice assistant for Windows Phone. As you can see here, she's a tile. She actually moves very slowly. It's very cool. I'm actually going to click her now. And as you can see, she was getting things ready for me. Right when you actually start the setup process of Cortana, she asks you a few questions about yourself. And once you do that, she actually shows you information relative to what you've picked. It's very similar to Google Now in that regard, but overall, it's definitely cool. You can scroll here, you can click stuff, takes you right to the web. You can also get more options from the option below. So now we're going to test out how well she is. We're actually going to click the voice control. What is the weather like on Wednesday?
The forecast for Monday shows it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 78 and a low of 60.
Voice control was very good on that particular question. She actually gives you by the hour how the temperatures will be with being like weather icons in terms of the weather. So that's pretty cool. We're actually going to do another request. Did the Rangers win last night?
On Sunday, the Texas Rangers shut out the Houston Astros 1-0.
And there we go again. She definitely heard what I said, and she searched it, and it worked out. Please keep in mind the speed that this is going. This is, again, a Nokia Lumia 520, and the speed is just fine. There's no lag. I've never had issues with the voice control as of yet, and this is pretty much a beta version of it. So definitely look at it to be improved further on down the road. I'm actually going to do another search result to kind of test her to see how she is. Who is your father?
Technically speaking, that'd be Bill Gates. No big deal.
So she actually has contextual answers and also talks to you as if a very human-like interface. It's very similar to Siri in that respect as well. A cool thing about her is, as I said before, is contextual responses and ability to act throughout the operating system. I can tell her to schedule a meeting for me, add a reminder, things along those lines. And another cool feature is reminding her to do things when I don't remember them myself, in terms of telling someone to do something once I text them or things along those lines. So I'm actually going to tell her to remind me to text my dad at 5 p.m.
I'll remind you to text my dad at 5 p.m. today. Sound good?
Yes.
Got it.
Now that's very cool. And again, it's seamless, it's fast. She heard everything I said well, and that's one thing to take into account with the speech to text. I haven't had any hiccups yet with Cortana. Now this is going to vary. I know, again, this is going to There will be times that I messed up. I'm not asking her really enhanced questions, but at the same time, for basic day-to-day questions, she works very well. As you can see here, you actually have a list of the predetermined selections about yourself that I said before when setting up Cortana. You can go to places that pretty much tell you what you've done or where you've been. Now, interests. This is the key one here. So you can see text my dad, that's what I said before, and it actually has it here on your reminders, somewhat like a notebook, very similar to Siri and when you're adding notes to certain apps. But you can change this at your will. This isn't finite. You can definitely have her ask the certain questions that you want and want alone. Now, in terms of speed, that's enough for Cortana in terms of what she does. Very basic questions, very contextual answers and replies. She's pretty good for a beta version, which it still has that label on. It works well. You really won't be disappointed with that. And running on a 520, you really can't argue with the bargain price of the device and the operating system. It's very powerful nowadays, and there may be issues with certain apps that people pretty much cry about these days. But I found all the apps that I need. And overall, if there isn't an app that you have, there are third-party alternatives. In terms of everyday speed, though, you guys got to check this out. I mean, scrolling is the same. Notification bar, that's very cool. You'll see that in the first impressions video. This is just, it's a pretty mature operating system. I like it. I was a former Windows Phone user, but the update itself has me wanting to come back, and this is on the 520. I'm actually going to go here to settings and just look overall speed. Now, the transitions are a bit different. Go to email accounts. The way it opens up, it's very fluid, very fast. You won't be disappointed. Go back to multitasking. Look at the speed, guys. I mean, and also the search button allows you to utilize Cortana as well. I mean, that would make sense, but no longer the Bing Me service. It's pretty much Cortana all the way through now. Go to home screen, go to messaging, go back. I mean, this is running on 2 to 3 year old hardware, guys, similar to a Samsung Galaxy S3, and it works just well. Be sure to like, share, favorite the video, comment in the sections below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and remember to enjoy your entertainment. Thanks, guys.